Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how you can use normal distribution to compute various probabilities. First, what is a normal distribution? Well, normal distribution has a very specific density function, and the graph of that density function is bell-shaped. It looks like this with the mean in the center, and it is defined by the variance sigma square. Okay, so mean and the variance are sufficient to define the density completely. So you are going to compute three different types of probabilities from the normal distribution. So I'm going to show you all these three types of probabilities. Doesn't matter what the question is, it is going to be either of these three different types of probabilities. The first one, I call it a left-sided probability. For example, in this case, let's say you have the information that a retailer has a mean sale, a retail chain rather, has a mean sale figure, daily sales figure of $30 million and the variance of $350 million. You know this information is given to you. Now you want to compute what is the probability that in a randomly selected day the sales figure is going to be less than $6.62 million. So how are you going to do it? You're going to convert that into a Z event. How? By using this formula right here. So let's do it. Equal to x is 6.62 minus z mu is 30 divided by sqrt square root of 350 square root of the variance. Enter. So it is negative 1.25. So this event is same as negative 1.25 of z event. And the graph is going to look like this. This is a z distribution. You are looking for what is the probability that the z value will be less than negative 1.25, which is this blue area. And you can compute that one directly by using Excel, which is equal to NORMSDIST negative 1.25. That's all you need to do. You don't need to add anything, subtract anything, nothing. It is just done. So the probability is 0.1056. So what is the probability that x is less than 6.62 in this case? Same as z is less than negative 1.25. So it is a two-step process. Step one, convert to a z event. Step two, compute the z probability, which is same as the probability of the original event. I call it a left-sided probability because you can see obviously it's in the left side of the graph. The second question is right-sided probability. For example, here you want to know what is the probability that in a randomly selected day the total sales figure will exceed $57.23 million. You're going to convert that into z event. So let's do it. Equal to 57.23 minus 30 divided by sqrt of 350. Enter. 1.46. So this event is same as z is greater than 1.46. Now you want to compute this probability. Your graph is going to look like this. You want to find out what's the probability that z is going to exceed 1.46. That's why I call it a right-sided probability, because you are interested in the right side of the graph. So you can use Excel formula directly, equal to 1 minus NORMSDIST, and then you put the value 1.46. Enter. So 0.072145, that is the probability that the sales figure in a randomly selected day will exceed $57.23 million. This is right-sided probability because we are interested in the right side of the curve. Now third type of probability, I call it two-sided, or in between rather. You can see in this case we are interested to know the probability that the sales figure of a randomly selected day will be in between these two numbers, less than $57.23 million and greater than $6.62 million. Well, The same way, we are going to convert that into z event, but in this case z has two values, upper limit and the lower limit. So upper limit and the lower limit, we have computed that before, right? The same calculation is equal to upper limit 57.23 minus 30 parenthesis close divided by SQRT of 350, okay? 1.46, and if you do the same step, you will see the lower limit is negative 1.25, negative 1.25. So your graph is going to be in between. You can see the negative sign is missing. I'm sorry about that, but there should be negative. This should be negative 1.25. Remember that. So we are interested to find out the probability that the z is between 1.46 and negative. This negative is missing yet. Negative 1.25. So this area we are interested in, and you can compute that directly by using norm dist formula again from Excel. And what that formula is going to look like is equal to NORMSDIST parentheses higher value 1.46 minus NORMSDIST of negative 1.25. So higher value minus the lower value will give you 0.82205. So that is the probability that the sales figure is going to be between these two numbers. Okay? Remember, this is a negative number. I'm sorry, that's a typo right here. Okay? Just practice this one. You know that there are only 3 types of probabilities that you will compute by using normal distributions. Okay? Thank you.